Hi, and welcome to our presentation. This video will highlight 4 marketing metrics and how they are used in the case study of Aussie Poochmobile. The Aussie Poochmobile is Australia's most prevalent and successful dog wash company, offering exceptional value-added services for customers. Aussie Poochmobile needs to measure the 4 metrics of return on investment, percent good value, cost per impression, and customer satisfaction. This will help to ensure the company are aligning their strategic goals to their marketing objectives of increasing profit, improving customer satisfaction, productivity, and global expansion. Metrics are used to monitor and measure the performance of specific areas within a business. They are the basis for establishing a successful business approach. So let's look into the first metric of return on investment. Return on investment is a metric that aims to measure the profits in relation to how much capital has been invested. It is calculated simply through measuring the net profits over the investment. It is paramount for all companies, including Aussie Poochmobile, to measure the return on their investments to ensure they are fully aware of what is working and what isn't. For example, with Aussie Poochmobile, it is vital they measure the ROI of all their marketing. They will need to measure whether the returns or profits they are gaining from their advertising is more than their investment into it to ensure they are making profits. Another thing they will need to consider with the return on investment is their plans to expand. Aussie Poochmobile will have to measure whether the cost of expansion will be lower than the profits they make from that expansion to be sure that they will have a positive impact on the company. Our next metric is percent good value. Percent good value represents the proportion of consumers who think that a product or service is good value and under their reservation rate, which is the rate they are willing to pay for a product or service. Aussie Poochmobile needs to ensure they are offering a price for their service that is competitive and also meets the consumer's expectations of pricing of dog washing services. The average price of Aussie Poochmobile's service is roughly $25 with the options for added extras. Their competition was offering a similar price, if not slightly more expensive for a similar service. This highlights that Aussie Poochmobile is offering a price that is slightly cheaper than their competitors. If it becomes aware to them that their consumers are unhappy about their pricing, then they may have to either shift their prices or offer more services to create a higher reservation price for their service. Our next metric we will look at is cost per impression. Cost per impression is a model of advertising where the company pays for the amount of times an ad is shown. It is important for a business to monitor and measure this metric to ensure they are using the advertising methods that suit their business and that their customers respond to the best. Aussie Poochmobile must measure this metric to assess whether their advertisements are getting the views that they are paying for. For example, if they were to start using a social media ad for their franchise, it would have to be set up in a way that they believe they can benefit from it, with cheap impression costs while still trying to cover a large portion of their target market. It's harder to analyse these stats when they are using print media like we know Aussie Poochmobile use. Our final metric we will cover is customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction in general terms is the number of customers or percentage of total customers whose experience with a firm, its products, or its services exceeds specified satisfaction goals. Aussie Poochmobile needs to measure this customer satisfaction through surveys or questionnaires to gather information about how satisfied the customers are with the service. This will then give them the information needed to Aussie Poochmobile to make the necessary changes to their services and ensure the customers are happy and loyal.
Created using Powtoon.